sector has certainly been under severe pressure from skyrocketing oil prices to softer consumer demand and a real shift in terms of what people want to buy and drive. We are having another First on CNBC interview right now with Carlos Ghosn. He is the CEO of Nissan, and we're going to talk to him about what he's doing to keep Nissan on track in this challenging environment. Carlos, always nice to see you. Welcome back to the Closing Bell.
Thank you, Maria.
I know that you are in your new Nissan American headquarters. You moved from California to Nashville. Why Tennessee area?
Well, you know, Tennessee has been the first state that we knew in the United States. It's a little bit our home state, so we're just coming back to our origins.
Okay, so nothing in terms of wanting to downsize or sort of right the business to coincide with the realities of the marketplace. Nothing having to do with that.
No, well, you know, I don't think it was a downsizing story. It was more bringing all the different functions in the United States together, bringing marketing and sales, R&D, manufacturing, all the functions together, because this market is more and more challenging, and we want to make sure that we're doing the right decision. And the only way you can be sure you're on the right way is making really people work very, very closely together.
Tell me about the business today, Carlos. You're opening these new headquarters at a time when the American auto industry certainly is facing unprecedented challenges when you look at where oil is and the shift in terms of consumer behaviors. How severe is that shift? Are people wanting to buy the gas guzzlers very much anymore?
Yeah. No, Maria, I think you summarized it very well, saying, well, we are having a lot of headwinds this particular year, and unfortunately we think it's going to stay for a while with us. We don't see it rosy in 2009, so we are preparing ourselves to face higher raw material price, higher energy, big shift, not only in the United States, but even, I would say, globally. Consumers in front of rising energy price are start to think twice about the cars they want to buy and what they're expecting from their cars. So it's a really good period for time for us to reassess our product and to reassess our technologies. Challenging times.
In terms of that reassessing, Carlos, you're running Renault, you're running Nissan, a very, very unique situation. You've got a partnership there. Does it make sense to bring in a third partner? Does it make sense to merge these two companies or try to partner out with another automaker, perhaps one of the weakened automakers in the United States?
No, you know, if we take a look at it without a clear analysis of what are the opportunities and what are the risks, it doesn't make sense, particularly in a period like this. Now, you know that this period that we are all crossing, particularly in the industry, makes us particularly attentive to our own challenges, but also I don't think that this industry is going to stay like this for a very long time. I think we're going to have a couple of very rough years in front of us. We are all facing it. But after this, hopefully growth is going to come back with probably products which have changed and technology which would have also shifted. So it's not the end of the world. I think it's a good moment to reanalyze all the opportunities and risks and make your decision. So I don't think it's a great opportunity to move, but it's a great opportunity to analyze, reassess, and then after this move strategically.
So let me ask you about how many players you envision in this industry, let's say in the next 2 years. You've got three major automakers in the United States. You've got Renault and Nissan, which you're running, and of course we know that Toyota has been successful. Even it is also seeing real problems here. How much consolidation will we see?
Well, you know, it's very difficult to predict these kind of numbers, but I can tell you that if I have to predict a trend is between the established global automaker, it's very likely that they're going to be less in the next 3 to 5 years than we have today. On the contrary, you're going to see very likely the emergence of new automakers coming from the emerging markets, very likely to have a Chinese or an Indian breaking through the ranks and becoming a global player. So it's not a question of only consolidation. You're going to have consolidation from one side, and you're going to have emergence of new players coming with the emerging markets, which is going to become a bigger part of the piece of the global markets.
Very interesting. So you're betting on what? Electric vehicles, Carlos? Where, in terms of energy alternatives, do you want to be placing your bets in terms of what cars look like in the coming 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, you know, we are investing heavily into the electric car because we think zero-emission cars are going to become a big factor in our industry. You know, we already signed contracts and committing ourselves to bring these cars on the market starting in 2010 in the United States and moving in 2011 into many countries like Portugal, Israel, Denmark, and mass marketing them in 2012. It's not that we are shifting from all the other technology. We are considering the zero-emission cars as a central piece of our technological development. And we continue the continuous improvement on gasoline engine and diesel engine and flex fuel and the other areas. But we think that today conditions are reunited to make a big leap in our industry towards zero emission. And we really want to play a role, a first-line role into this shift.
Meanwhile, you signed a deal with Chrysler to supply each other with vehicles. Have you had discussions about an out-and-out merger?
No, I don't think this has ever been on the table. We have discussed with Chrysler, but we discussed also with other car manufacturers about specific OEMs and specific participation, into developing one particular product or one particular technology. The only alliance today, the alliance between Renault and Nissan, is of a different nature than this kind of discussions. And we will continue to look at opportunities discussing OEM deals with many car manufacturers.
Would it be more likely to see a deal with a Chinese manufacturer or an Indian manufacturer, Carlos?
Yeah, we have already a deal with the Chinese manufacturer, which is Dongfeng. We have also deals with many Indians for different purposes. We have a deal with Bajaj on the ultra-low-cost car. We have a deal with Mahindra in terms of marketing and selling the Renault brand. We have a deal with Ashok Leyland on light commercial vehicle. But these deals are very specific in terms of specific product, specific market, or specific technology. It has nothing to do with the full-fledged alliance like the one existing between Renault and Nissan.
You think we'll see some companies here go out of business in this environment?
Oh, I think it's very likely.
Carlos, it's good to have you on the program. We so appreciate your candor and joining us to tell us your end of things in an environment that we all know has been challenging. Thank you so much.